So the main character gets back some memories that he did not, because he could not remember what happened those 6 months. Like, his brain was fuzzy. What happened was, after he was rescued by his abductors, he had went back to the apartment his ex-boyfriend lived in, and he was not mentally or physically well. Like, he was not good. He was not in a safe place. And the male lead starts coming and seeing him. And at first, the male lead just wanted to check on him. But when the male lead saw how bad of a state the main character was, he could not just leave the main character. He started visiting the main character. And the main character, because he was such in a bad place, he mistook the male lead for his ex-boyfriend. And he also completely forgot about all the events that happened to him. He basically is not there. Like, he is not seeing reality. He is his own little world that he's made up. And the male lead's taking care of him, and the main character assumes that the male lead is his ex-boyfriend. They're dating, they're together. This is also when the male lead finds out that the main character's family has completely disowned him. And so yeah, they're playing house together, while the male lead is also taking the main character to the hospital to help the main character with his mental issues and physical issues. And it's really sweet, and you just feel bad for the male lead, because you can tell at first male lead was doing this out of guilt. Kind of felt like he was doing it out of guilt, but also over time you can tell that the male lead is slowly falling in love with the main character, while the main character thinks he's a complete different person. So no way the main character does awaken from the delusions and realize the person he's been spending so much time with is not his his boyfriend. It's the male lead. And, honestly, like any normal person, he's kind of a little freaked out by it, but he's also doesn't want this to completely end. But he does sooner question if this person is his ex-boyfriend. And the male lead's like, no, I'm not. And the main character's like, because they were going to celebrate the main character's birthday, and the male lead had a present for him, which was the key to the house the main character went to, and was asked to give back the key and the property to the male lead when their breakup happened. And he had told the main character, hey, this will prove my feelings, and this will be my answer from you. So please, come to this place, after he just leaves the main character. And the main character's like, okay. But he's like, I want to know where my boyfriend is. Where is my boyfriend? Where has he been this entire time? And this is when he goes to his boyfriend's company, his family's company, and that's when he finds out his ex-boyfriend, like, everything that happened to him came back to him, and he fell down the stairs and busted his head. That's why he couldn't remember the 6 months. That's why it was all fuzzy to him. He remembered what happened to him by his ex-boyfriend and his ex-boyfriend's family, but he could not remember those 6 months of spending romantic time with the male lead. It's so sad. We find out why the male lead broke up with the main character, and it was because of his sister. Do not blame her. Do not hate her. She had good reasons, basically. Sitting down, thinking everything through, she thought the main character and the ex-boyfriend needed to be together because they loved each other and were only not together because of the male lead's and the ex-boyfriend's family's actions that put a wedge through their relationship, and the things that they did to the main character. And the fact that the male lead was keeping the main character to his side to keep him away from the ex-boyfriend. The fact that they sent her to be with him and got them to engage to keep the two apart because she was in quote-unquote in love with him, and they wanted to put the families together. She's like, leave him alone. Stay away from him. Give him everything he deserves after everything you guys put him through. And then leave him alone so he can be with the man that he's in love with. Because you can't force someone to be in love with you. You can't force someone to be with you. Like, you guys did him wrong. And honestly, I love her for that. I honestly love her for it. And she's honestly, the main character and male lead, I just feel bad for all three of them throughout this entire story, because honestly, all three of them are very much victims of the situation. They're all victims to everything the ex-boyfriend and the ex-boyfriend's family put them through. And yes, male lead deserves some blame in this whole situation. He honestly does deserve some blame, but most of the blame belongs to ex-boyfriend and ex-boyfriend's family. Fuck you guys. She's best girl. So, after 3 or 4 years of not seeing each other and being together, the main character ends up running into the male lead on a vacation the main character's on, a vacation he takes every year, a vacation he was originally going to take the male lead on for the male lead's birthday, and that's when he sees the male lead again and finds the male lead with a kid. And I'm like, honey, don't freak. Don't freak. It's his sister's kid. It's pretty obvious it's his sister's kid. Like, he was so down for you. But the main character thinks the male lead moved on and had a kid, and they finally do sit down, and the male lead reveals no, he did not move on. His sister passed away, and he took the kid. Basically, just like how their mother died giving birth to her, she died giving birth to her son and gifted her son to her brother. And he raised his son as his son, but he still reminds his son that this is his mother. He also made sure the son knew who the main character was, and the male lead also assumed that the main character had moved on and continued a relationship with the ex-boyfriend, and the main character's like, no. And the main character also tells the male lead what happened, how the main character lost his memory for the 6 months, how he, busted his head, and if he hadn't busted his head and lost those 6 months, he would have gone into the male lead's arms way sooner. He would have ran to the male lead, he would have known the male lead's feelings. But because he got into an accident after everything came back to him, after spotting the ex-boyfriend's mother, their relationship is such a mess created by the ex-boyfriend and ex-boyfriend's family. Fuck them! I love this couple. And now they're a happy married couple living in the place the male lead bought him, because the place is actually the main character's dream place. He had painted it in during his, period of time he was not completely there, how he would imagine his future home would look like. And now they're raising a kid together. It is so sweet. It is so cute. I am so happy for them. But again, even though the situation is really sweet and happy, it's still, you have to sit there and remember they all had to suffer.